What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Trail Theory Podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Alex.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Pfeiffer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Trail Theory Podcast. And if you know why I'm speaking this way, it means you've clicked on the link properly. Welcome. Welcome to our Halloween episode.
What's your favorite scary movie, Sydney?
Man, I had this friend. I had this friend who, you know, those porch decorations where if you pass it, it would go like,
Yeah.
and
that noise is burned into my brain forever.
Yeah,
it's great.
for real.
He could do an impression of that so perfect.
You like look over,
It
you're like,
would
what?
make me cry laughing.
That's
And
funny.
we would just like do it. I'd like do a bad one and he'd do it real and it would just make me laugh so hard. I always think of him when I like, dude, those.
Yeah, why did they all have the same sound?
I don't know.
I just love, Brian, I see your notes, and I love that the first thing on your notes are setting the mood.
Oh,
You
dude,
did a good job.
I had
Light
no
a
time to
candle.
do any of this. This is all ChatGPT.
It's incredible.
Oh, man.
That was
but I
good.
do have some fun things on here that I did kind of go through and do. So.
Man, mine's not fun at all. It's actually kind of sad and scary.
Oh,
jeez.
oh, no.
Spooky.
Oh my gosh.
Let's keep it light and airy.
It's going to be a good combination.
So
Too bad
it's
Sasquatch won't be joining
for all
us.
of you, it's Halloween-ish, right?
Yeah,
This is
it's
close
ish.
enough?
We're
Yeah.
it's next week. Mm-hmm. Halloween is next week.
Okay.
According
Yeah.
to what
Hope
this
everyone's ready.
episode
When this is-
launching.
yeah,
when
when
this
this is
episode is
releasing.
launching. If you're a true Trail Theory listener and you listen every single week when it drops on Wednesday, which is when they drop every
you're-
other week, I guess I should
Then
say.
you're getting ready
Then you're getting ready
for Halloween.
for
Or
Halloween.
you're getting ready to do your last mad dash to Spirit to find something.
And if
that you
anyone
forgot.
dresses up like us for Halloween, that would be epic.
If you send us a picture
I
of
dress
you
up
dressed
like
up
we're-
like one of us, we'll send you stickers.
I dress up like me for Halloween every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every day?
God, every day.
Going as a backpacker for Halloween this year.
I would.
That's a good idea.
Real quick,
No, I haven't put any thought to it. No, but it would be very easy.
hold on. I came over your house during COVID for Halloween, right?
Maybe sounds right.
It was, because Mason was young. I have a picture of the kids wearing masks.
Oh, yeah.
Out on the front porch. And I didn't know what I was going to be. So I just went downstairs and grabbed a backpack and my ice axe, and I went as a mountaineer. I put my
There you go.
my rock climbing harness on. I had a bunch of quick draws on me and stuff.
There you go.
And went as a climber.
Nice.
Oh, I know my idea this
There
year.
you
Then
go.
I'm not
Yeah.
have to put any work into it. so-
Perfect.
There
It's
you
easy.
go.
It's easy.
What are you guys
well,
gonna
happy
be this
Halloween.
year?
I haven't decided yet.
Honestly, I haven't.
Probably
We're still
Nothing.
trying to figure out what the
I
kids are
haven't
going to
thought
be.
about
in a few days.
I haven't
Nothing.
thought about it until right this second.
right now.
So it's funny that you haven't even decided what your kids are going to be.
We're working on it.
We usually do that
We
every
know what
year,
they are now.
and then it's like less than 10 days before Halloween,
Yeah.
and you go on like Amazon to get a costume, and like nothing's available except
Right.
the $80
You gotta do it
version.
now,
You're
yeah.
like, crap. We have been set for like 2 weeks. Everybody's gotten their
So how do you get around the fact that your kid's bound to change their mind?
We just say
10
this
days
is what
before.
you are.
you are.
Yeah, I know.
There's no changing.
There's
This
I
is
feel
who
like
you
Yeah,
are.
we've
my
been
daughter's
talking
had like
about it.
3 ideas in the last 5 days,
Yeah.
and we're like,
No,
no, just
if
you
you
gotta pick one.
commit and get the thing,
Yeah.
This is
and
what
then
you
let
are.
them peek at it every few days to keep them excited. Don't let them wear it. You don't want to ruin it or
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
get sick of it.
Don't go wearing it outside.
Because like my son's gonna be Batman.
Nice.
And he has like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume.
Yeah.
He has like a Woody costume, a Spider-Man costume. Moana, whatever, the Maui. He can wear those whenever.
Right, yeah.
But the Batman is special.
Yeah.
We don't want him to get sick of it before Halloween.
right.
So he just peeks at it,
It's like, all right.
and then it's all right. That's it.
Mason's going to be Henry Danger, which is
Oh, yeah, my
kids have been
cartoon,
watching that.
Yeah, Nickelodeon
Yeah.
show. And then Zach wants to be a skeleton.
Okay.
So
That's good.
Perfect.
Those are the routes we got to go.
Love that.
There you go. Skeleton's
Yeah.
classic.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we've got.
My kids got Batman, Spider, and Hot Dog.
Is Lucy hot dog?
No,
Nora's hot dog?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
That's
I was
awesome.
surprised. That's
It's gonna
great.
be sweet.
That's great.
So yeah, we're
Incredible.
I'm gonna be Thing from Addams Family
Nice.
because my work is doing a group thing and they're doing like Addams Family Wednesday, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I picked Thing right away because all I got to do is put a
Put a
hand on my
huge-
shoulder
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Just get a little hand and there you go.
Yeah.
I don't have to do makeup and
I was
all
gonna
that
say,
crap.
I thought maybe you would have to like somehow figure out how to make your whole body like a big hand.
No, just put the hand on the shoulder.
It's like that's a lot of
or
work.
like you could like do your hand
I guess
as the
you could do your
makeup of it
hand.
and just go near.
Yeah, you should do that. That's easier.
Yeah.
All you have to do is like do like a
Yeah,
little
but you
line
know what I
around
can
there.
do to not be thing anymore for Halloween? Take it off.
I guess.
I don't have to wash my hair or anything.
I guess.
Just take it off. I don't have to paint anything. It's just a piece of thing on my shoulder. So nice and easy.
Halloween's fun.
It is fun.
Excited.
It was. I think it changed a little bit, but it used to be like my absolute favorite holiday. And fun fact, we live in Ohio. For those that don't know, Ohio.
For all you new listeners,
Ohio, when it comes to Halloween, is very special. We have the most haunted houses out of any state in the U.S. here. We also
maybe this is the year I'll go to one.
We also have the world's longest haunted house here in Canton.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
close to us.
Factory of Terror.
Whoa.
That's a free little plug for you. It's very
Ohio.
fun. I've been there multiple times. I actually did a music video shoot for one of those guys.
Yeah, nice.
The Americans at that place. It is really, really cool.
That's sweet.
Very scary, very authentic, very
You'll
long.
actually die.
It is wild.
Is it?
You want me to take you?
No.
I'll take you.
I'll maybe.
I don't think
I'll
I've-
maybe be sick before we.
I'll
go.
let you cower behind me.
I don't think I've been since high school, and whichever one I went to required going out. There was an indoor section, and then that ended, and you went out and like through the woods.
Oh, that was
And-
Blossom.
That
That was Blossoms.
Probably.
They have a big one there.
Carnival of Terror.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep, lots of clowns. Wasn't
Yep.
a fan.
Yep.
Brian
that-
is the
got out
expert.
of,
I used to work at a haunted house.
Wow.
Getting out of that the
You're my
indoor
hero.
section, which completely traumatized me. And then and then you just like walk into the woods. I was like, nope. And I jumped the gate and I ran.
Really?
Yeah, I
Dude,
was like,
wow.
I'm outta
Run
here.
home, run home, run home, run home.
Dude, I was not okay after
Wow,
that.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
See,
Clowns with chainsaws.
I
man.
have never wanted to put myself in that scenario to be that
I
freaked out.
love getting scared, man. It's the best.
And in turn, I've never been.
I've been to one. Actually, we went with you guys once. I think it was like literally like
You did?
it was a prison.
You went to Mansfield with us?
Yeah, we went to Mansfield Prison. So which
Which is
for
really
those
cool.
who don't
Yeah.
know, they shot the Shawshank Redemption there.
Yeah, they did.
And
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And yeah, we got to climb through a sewer of shit. And we got to like we chiseled our way through a prison wall
Yeah.
behind a lady poster.
Yeah, yeah, very authentic.
You know,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
very
it was
authentic.
nice.
Got the full experience.
yeah.
Andy Dufresne.
Yeah. Spent 10 years there.
Spent 10 years there. Yeah, Andy Dufresne.
Honestly, that haunted house, the prison itself is scarier than like the actors that are going around and
Yeah.
trying to pop
Oh, yeah,
scare
just
you.
the place,
Just
the
being
history
there.
of the
And they
place.
actually do this too, where you can go and stay overnight.
Ugh.
It's
Yeah,
like
no
you get
thanks.
like 12 people
They-
and you,
yeah,
you
they
get
had
to
a lot
stay
of-
overnight there, and like they bring you like pizza and you have flashlights. You could go around explore and stuff
Dude,
like
they
that.
had like
It's
some
scary.
of the like
No
they have a
thanks.
lot of like
Maybe we'll do a podcast episode from Mansfield one day.
they have a like the prison cells are like
Ideas.
a lot. They're still like preserved.
Oh yeah,
and
this is
dude,
brutal.
crazy. Yeah, it doesn't need to be Halloween or a haunted house. to
Yeah.
be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Whoa,
you could
this
take me
is
there in broad
crazy.
daylight and
It's
I'd be
wild.
scared. Yeah.
The entryway though, when you walk in, is like actually quite beautiful. Like where you first walk through the door,
Yeah.
you kind of see like on both sides they have huge windows on. I mean, not like I wouldn't even say the windows, just like a huge wall of glass. You can kind of see like down to the cells, but like that entryway is like is pretty beautiful. Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah. No thanks.
But-
I'll probably never go to a haunted house ever again in my life, and I'm okay with that.
Come on, we should
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
never really been
Wow.
into scary movies either, but the other day I was like, what if I just started watching some? I don't know.
Oh, I
just to get
always do
scared.
during this time, man.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
like here's how I know I'm not going to do that. Just because in researching this episode, I just read some like real things that happened that just had some light unknowns about them, and I'm like, I'm terrified. It's like just a story, especially where there's a touch on the real, like it's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
there's just mystery around it. And as
Yeah.
soon as that is the case, my brain goes into like, well, it's obviously, that most awful unrealistic, terrifying thing in your brain that you're thinking of that is
your imagination's a powerful thing.
Right.
Yeah,
and then it's like, I'm
absolutely.
just thinking of it, and I'm just thinking of all the scary things I've seen in my
I,
life.
oh
my
and I'm
God.
like,
It's freaky.
No,
It's
I don't want
funny.
that.
I'm actually really
Tim
glad
Curry's it, dude.
that we're recording this before all of our backpacking trip, or after all of our backpacking trips. So
Ooh,
there'll be
being
a
scared
little
on the trail is
There'll
the
be a
worst.
little bit of a buffer between this and like the actual next backpacking trip. Although I am camping in 2 weekends, but at least car camping, you know, you can always hop in the metal tent if you're scared. So
when you're laying in that and everything quiets down, and you let that thought creeps in,
yeah,
and you're just like all by yourself in a tent. It's like, okay, I'm not cool with that.
I'm never by myself.
Shoot. But yeah,
I'm okay.
Which yeah, actually, and speak. So since I led with that, the story I found,
Please go.
I want to share because it was spooky, and it's a real thing. So it was in 1959, and it's the Dyatlov Pass incident. So I'm going to do it from memory. I've got some facts, but so if we want to dig into it, but basically, there was 9 experienced ski hikers, you know, cross country skiers and everything. There was going to be 10. One backed out, so there was a group of 9 that went out, and they were going on this trek. It became known as the Dyatlov Pass, I think, because one of their the leader, I think his name was Dyatlov.
And where was this?
Chernobyl?
Soviet Russia.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this was so they're
Same
hiking
last
through, and they set up camp on the side of this mountain, which became known, I think, as Dead Mountain.
I don't like where this is going.
Scary.
Named after this event.
So they're camping there, and then
Looking
something
grim.
happens,
Okay.
right? So skip to what the rescuers find. All right. So they find the campsite. They find the tents ripped open from the inside, not the outside. And then they find the 9 bodies, some closer to the campsite, some further away, all dead, some very strangely. So some have like really traumatic internal injuries, but externally they're totally fine. One had the eyes ripped out, if not ripped out, gone. One had a tongue missing.
Ow.
And others were, you know, pretty typical from exposure.
Did
and things like that. But here's the
Himotep
weird
come
thing.
in and he's like trying to restore his body and like,
So here's in the tents though, boots, warm clothes, things that, you know, you need in that environment were left behind.
So, okay. That's interesting that you bring that up, because there is was this like an extremely cold? It
It was very cold, but the
Yeah.
altitude was not. We've been higher. It was only 3,500 feet.
Oh, really? Okay, because
Yeah.
like that is like in extreme cold hypothermia
Yeah.
situations mixed with like altitude issues, you can
Right,
get
right.
into like a panic mode where you can start to like feel like you're suffocating,
Right.
and need to strip, and we'll go out with your boots.
You
and
feel like
coats
you're
and hats
actually
and
hot,
things
but
like
you're
that.
not.
So
but you're
that is-
not.
Right, and we talked about that. I
Right,
think, on
we
one
have.
episode.
Yeah.
I think that is an element of it, and there's been a ton of research done into it, and I'll share kind of what the official theory is.
Sure,
But
sure.
at first, it was the government, Russian government said it was like unknown natural forces that they couldn't overcome. But that was the most descriptive they could get.
Sounds about government.
Yeah. And so then obviously it's all this conspiracy and everyone thinks it's
Yeah.
UFOs and that all this stuff happened. So but yeah, after there was a study actually somewhat recently done, but they landed on the official explanation was a like very localized avalanche, like slab gave way. And
But how does that describe
well,
so
hold
many
on,
things?
hold on.
He'll get
so that either that happened or that the group was convinced it was going to happen, and so they either were partially buried or buried, and they had to get out, meaning the ripping out of the tent could have been
yeah.
explained. And if they were doing it in a hurry, leaving things behind that you would have brought.
They may have heard something and thought, "Oh, it's happening."
Right. So something got them out urgently. Right. And they think it was this sort of localized or delayed avalanche. And then a group of them were kind of thrown away, like down into a ravine, and they had the massive injuries. So avalanche could explain that. It sweeps them away, and then
Right.
you're
Right. That makes
obviously
sense.
dead. But some did just simply die of exposure, and that's where the hypothermia and everything can come in.
Right.
Because who knows what, if you're at that point, so it's not hypoxia because they weren't high enough. But if you're so cold and you're confused and potentially injured and all that stuff, you could do some crazy things, you know.
Well, if they had like some
yourself.
kind of huge head concussion or something like that, or they've
it doesn't fully explain everything because there's some weird, like the tongue in the eyes thing. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm like, what?
Tongues
more
are like
weird.
in there, dude.
Explain the eyeballs here.
But
that's more weird.
A tongue is like attached, bro.
Unless it's
what
them
they
like
landed on.
like
Could have bited
is it
off?
like maybe it's just like did
Maybe,
they bite
could
it
have
off
animals-
accidentally?
animal came by.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
But I think I mean that's just naturally spooky. It's like
Yeah,
they had to
dude.
they clawed their way out of their own tents, left stuff.
I was gonna say,
and
like,
then
how close were
died.
they to Chernobyl? Did they?
Well, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. On some of their clothing, there was traces of radiation.
well, okay, so
don't like
yeah.
that.
It was like, whoa.
Whoa, dude.
So yeah, but seeing some of that online and like it got me to. There are some books which before we went on air, I told you guys about a book that I started listening to on the way over here called Dead Mountain, which is just it may end up being good, but
I
it's
want to
kind
know
of
what
fun.
led you to that book. What's that book
This.
about?
So so I thought because I thought I had a list here. As I was looking at this, and I've lost it. But I was like, hey, are there any books or studies or anything that are on this topic that would be interesting to read? And I thought the first one it gave me was Dead Mountain. So I just went to Spotify and I was like, oh, it's here. That book is talking about something way different. So I got to look again. And I kind of want to dig deeper into it. But there was been studies and some findings, not necessarily findings, but some updates as recent as 2023, 2024 of this, which kind of reassert the same thing. It's the avalanche theory. And,
that kind of makes the most sense.
Which kind of, it's like, you know, at the end, go with what makes the most sense. There's some weirdness to it. But, but as I was reading it, I was like, what the it was spooky. So.
Yeah.
But
Ripping out of your
forever.
tent.
Yeah.
That's
so for something that's like kind of unexplained, I thought maybe it'd be fun to trickle in a little game here and there. Ooh, so I have something for you guys to answer.
What?
So I'm gonna read you a little story.
I like it.
Oh God.
You have to tell me if this is a true story based on true events.
Oh, big fan of this.
Or
Big fan.
if this is just some made up lore that is supposed to scare hikers.
Love it.
Okay.
Sasquatch real. Done.
Aliens.
No
Boom,
evidence.
roasted.
No
Aliens.
evidence. Aliens probably for sure.
Probably for sure.
Probably for sure. All right.
98% sure. So you're not sure.
60%.
So
of the time
here's the story.
Every time.
It is called The Vanishing Hiker.
Oh no. Should we close our eyes for a fact?
If you'd like.
Listeners, close your eyes.
Unless
turn the lights
you're
down.
driving, don't do that.
Eyeballs on the road.
Keep them open if you're driving.
Turn the lights down real.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
In the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest,
Fake.
there's a legend of a hiker who disappeared without a trace. The story goes like this. A seasoned hiker, Alex, set out on a solo backpacking trip through the Olympic National Park. He planned to hike for a few days, but on the second day, he simply vanished. His gear was found scattered along the trail, but there were no signs of Alex anywhere. Search parties went over the forest for weeks, but no one ever found him. Over the years, hikers on the same trail reported hearing strange sounds, whispers carried by the wind, footsteps that seemed to follow them, and even the sound of a heavy pack dragging along the dirt. Some claim to have even seen a shadowy figure lurking in the trees, and a silent presence that disappears when approached. Some say Alex's soul is still lost in the woods, forever wandering, and that his disappearance remains unsolved due to a dark force that inhibits the forest.
Fake. No,
Totally
I'm
fake.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I think it's totally fake.
Is that a fake story?
I
Or
mean,
is it a
the
true
whole
story?
thing could be. It's believable. I mean,
It's 100% fake.
It had to be Alex.
No, I'm not saying
I didn't put that in there.
There are stories of people going missing,
disappearing. Yeah.
But this particular story, I think, is fake.
Fake
Yeah.
for Pfeiffer.
I'll go real.
Austin's going true story.
True story.
I'll say fake, but I think the scenario is plausible.
It is a true story.
Yes. Damn.
Alex's disappearance remains unsolved, although this sparked
Sorry, Alex.
a lot of theories, including paranormal. So yeah, that is
The
a
reason
true
why I said
story.
it was fake is because the whole like
The way he
hikers
said it.
sometimes see
The way
he read it. The delivery,
Yeah, friggin' cornball over here.
the whole like hikers seeing spooky things like that just fucking happens. That's part of being. If you're hiking
Yeah, man,
at night,
but-
you're by yourself. You're gonna see things. Your brain's gonna play tricks on you.
Yeah.
that whole thing. And I guess he wasn't ultralight if he's hearing heavy packs being dragged along the round.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess.
How long ago was this? What kind of pack?
Didn't
We
say.
should dissect
Didn't say
what
when
kind
he
of
went
pack he
missing.
had.
So I have kind of like a interesting, it's along those lines. It's kind of freaky, but there is an answer to it. So like, this is in Maine. It's in North Pond, Maine, and a little spooky because a lot of the people that own like cabins over there and have houses, they would find doors unlocked. They'd had missing food all the time. Batteries would be gone. Different things would be gone. Notes would sometimes be left behind. For decades, people thought like there were ghosts. They didn't know what was going on, and it happened for years. Well, it turns out there was a man named Christopher Knight, and in 1986, he walked into the woods at age 20 and didn't come out for 27 years.
Whoa.
He survived alone, undetected, by stealing food and supplies from cabins around North Pond.
I've read about this before.
Is crazy.
Yes.
27 years. Okay, so they call him the Hermit of North Pond.
Yeah.
So yeah, he built a hidden cabin in dense forest, it covered in tarps. It was so hidden that you could be standing next to it and have no idea it was there.
Yes.
That's how hidden this dude was. He just
I don't
learned
like it.
He learned how to like move silently, not avoid detection. He stole gas, canned food, gear from locals. Apparently, over 1,000 burglaries, across the decades. He was finally caught in 2013 after stealing food from a summer camp. He admitted he admitted that for 27 years he did not speak to anybody.
Yeah.
For 27 years he was just a hermit in the
How
woods.
bonkers. That dude would fucking crush on alone. Like,
Well,
crush, bro.
He was also a thief.
I guess
so,
that's
like,
true.
yeah.
I guess that's true.
I'm sure he had his share of talents in being able
I
to
guess.
live out there, but I
I
mean, he was
guess.
definitely living off the.
It's kind of like a fake
Fat of the
off
land.
the community. He was kind of
you
like
know?
cosplaying zombie apocalypse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like getting supplies from things and then had his own little
dude,
hidden place and
didn't
not
talk to
getting
anybody.
Didn't talk to anybody.
27 years.
Truly a
Can you
hermit,
imagine?
like a true hermit. Really, really crazy.
The whole leaving notes thing is interesting. I want to know
Very.
some of that.
I would imagine
That's
that.
just a with people, dude.
Well,
He's like, got you again.
Thanks for the Mountain Dew.
I would imagine like
Twinkies next time, please.
psychologically,
Yeah.
put it writing like oatmeal cream pies on the grocery
Yeah,
list,
dude.
on the refrigerator. We're taking requests. No, I would imagine the note thing, and I don't know like what types of notes he said or anything like that, but like I would imagine psychologically being so isolated and not talking to anybody, maybe that's his way of like
His form of
communicating and
like
reaching
having a
out.
conversation. Yeah.
Having a conversation like this is how I connect with people in
Yeah.
a way. Like, hey, like leaving a note. But dude, imagine like, let's say you were somebody who owned a cabin there, and for 27 years you had all these weird things happening. Like that would.
That's
Listen, I don't
bonkers,
believe in
dude.
ghosts, but like that would make me freak out. And to finally like find that it's been a dude that's been living as a hermit
That is
in your woods.
That's a bit terrifying.
That's crazy.
So
to me.
I gotta say this. So I'm thinking about this a couple of ways. If you were to have a home, like a family home,
We do.
and you're like, if somebody broke into your house,
Oh, yeah.
or if you knew like someone was in your home, and like we lived in an apartment years ago, and it was very clear someone tried to break in.
Yeah.
And like it was a really unsettling feeling,
Hate it.
knowing that there was like the potential of someone entering your safe space
Right.
without you granting them permission to do that. So
Yeah.
like seeing a note in your home, like imagine
Oh,
going
yeah.
to your house,
That's
your
move
cabin,
material, dude.
and seeing
Bye.
a note
Yeah.
on the counter, and it's like, I didn't put that there.
Yeah.
Someone was in your home, in your safe space, without your permission.
Damn,
That's
see, that
freaky,
shit, man.
dude.
That's what I'm talking
Scary,
about.
bro.
Like,
Yeah,
that's the
dude.
shit that's gonna get me thinking about things, and I'm not gonna be okay. And it's
Right
That's
now,
not
right,
good.
right now, it's 10. It's almost 11 o'clock for us at night here, and we get to talk about all this, and then
and
immediately
then
go
drive
to bed.
home and I'm just gonna be thinking about that. There's
gotta
that some
dri-
dude's living
you
in my
gotta drive
basement for
through
the last
the
4
CVMP
years. I've
real
never
quick.
seen him before.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
That- I don't spook easy, but like that thought of like
Yeah.
somebody hiding in
Yeah.
like a basement.
And just always being there.
dude, that's
Just having a
it's
secret place.
horrifying.
Dude,
I'm gonna go
get
check my
outta here.
whole house when I get
Ew.
home.
You ever like punch the
Ew.
shower curtain, see if somebody yeah, I don't.
That's a
Gotcha.
nerve-wracking feeling.
Yeah, that's just terrifying.
You open it up really quick.
Scared you. Oh, no one's there. No one's there.
Not thinking like that guy is just with a machete just ready to hack
Yeah.
you in half. Anyways. Wow.
Man. See that there's a whole underlying thing to that's way more terrifying than the fact that a guy stayed in the woods for 27 years. That's the least
I
crazy
mean, like,
part
and it
about
sounds
it.
like he
that's still
wasn't
pretty
trying to
crazy.
be violent, right? Which is good. But
Yeah, but still, it's
it's
creepy,
creepy,
man.
dude. Yeah.
Still a little bit of a pest.
I mean, all right. So let's ask this question: what's the longest time you've gone without talking to someone? A day?
Oh, and really? A whole? I mean,
I'm seriously like talking. I think I've gone a day because I think I did it like on a retreat or something, like when I was younger.
I don't. I don't
like-
think I've
but,
gone
like,
that
think
long.
about it.
I don't think I've gone even that long.
Hours.
Maybe hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I mean,
like
outside of sleeping. Yeah.
27 years, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
7 years, man, dude. You're in your head. If you've been out that long
So
without talking to
also
someone.
here's all right. So and
That's
I wonder.
nuts.
I mean, he couldn't have his area of sort of influence here couldn't have been huge.
He clearly had a home base.
Well, and,
Right,
and he
so-
wasn't
He
so
wasn't-
isolated that he had to go long
wasn't
distances
near-
to
Well, right.
see
Yeah, he
people.
was meandering
but,
around.
Yeah.
But to Austin's point, like for over 27 years, you're going to get tagged multiple times.
yeah, you would think. Right?
So like, man, my home security. Every time that happened, I don't know. I'd have cameras. I'd have all sorts of shit going on.
Maybe
what are they
maybe
not
some
doing?
of it was like so little you wouldn't notice, like a can of
Maybe.
beans
Maybe.
here. You know,
Yeah, it's- and I'm sure
a
it's
box
like-
of matches here.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
And
things
I
like,
imagine.
oh, I
I
just
wonder how much
misplaced
of
it,
it.
you know?
I
Right.
wonder how much of it is really like you leave your garage door open on a Saturday.
Never.
Sometimes
I never do
during
that.
the day,
I never
where
do
it's just
that.
like kids
No.
are outside.
What?
So every single time you step foot in the house and during the day after like kids are playing outside, you walk in immediately close.
You mean being home?
Yeah,
No,
while
if
you're
I
home.
left the house, I
My
would.
garage
No,
is
yeah,
my garage is
yeah.
detached,
Not while you
so I
leave the
never
house.
have that issue.
But you could be in the house and someone could walk by your open garage and be like, "Oh, gas can." Boop,
I
mine.
guess.
Yeah,
And you would never
I-
notice.
I'll take that. Yeah,
Yeah. You know,
100%.
My
So,
ring
like-
camera would notice.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. How did you say how long ago this was?
This was like 86 to
Okay, so a lot of the
2013.
no ring cams.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
20
okay,
yeah,
2013,
86 to 2013.
All right.
2013,
2013.
they'd be like Sasquatch videos, be grainy as hell.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah,
we're
dude.
the what
Gas
we're
station security
what
cameras.
we're used to now probably wasn't super in play during most of those years. So,
But again, he did get caught in 2013.
Right.
So who
Yeah.
knows?
So
what
eventually
those
the-
circumstances.
yeah,
So
eventually
what
the
was he
technology caught up
sentenced
to
to
him.
then? With just like,
Oh, I didn't get
I
that
mean,
far.
sounds like some B&E for sure. And
It was
Yeah.
15 years to life. Not
Yeah, right. What was his name again? His name was, let me see here. So
he's probably like
Christopher
cool,
Knight.
I'll go into jail and not talk to anybody
yeah,
for another
it's like, I
27
can
years.
do this.
Yeah.
Damn.
I doubt.
Wow, man.
I doubt he really like
I wonder how they caught him.
got in that much trouble. So
Yeah, like what was the final straw?
Here, I'll
Like,
tell
was
you,
he
I'll tell
was he
you.
taking Oreos or like something big? Like I hope he went out with a bang.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
catch him literally red-handed. You know, just like
yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have so much more information now. Okay, so like, he lived within 1 mile of summer cabins in a crude camp he built in well-drained woodland obscured with clusters of glacial erratic boulders. So pretty hidden. Having entered the woods with almost no possessions, he set up camp composed entirely of items stolen from nearby cabins and camps.
Dude, a mile from a summer camp, that's creepy, but
He also pilfered from a local family's dairy farm adjacent to where he camped. He survived by committing 1,000 burglaries against houses in the area at a rate of roughly 40 per year, and he was able to survive. So he was able to survive during the harsh winters in Maine.
That's
Apart
pretty good,
from
dude.
the fear
Good for
and
you.
notoriety his many burglaries created in the local area, Knight's unusual life also attracted widespread international media upon his capture. Like somebody wrote an in-depth story in GQ, "The Stranger in the Woods: The Extraordinary Story of the
That
Last
might
Hermit."
be where I read that.
So he was captured by a game warden in 2013 while burglaring the Pine Tree Camp in Maine. Let's see what else they had. Okay, so yeah, they had installed hidden motion detectors that would alert
Technology
trespassers.
finally caught up to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was sentenced to 7 months in jail. So he was paid $2,000 in restitution to victims. I don't even know where you would
How?
get $2,000 if you didn't have a job or anything
Yeah.
like that.
27 years.
Yeah.
So once a week, less, but call it once a week for 27
Call it
years.
every other week. Yeah.
I'm gonna go shopping and just buzz by the cabins and get my gas and get my food.
I'm
And,
a dairy. Yeah, I'm good.
God.
yeah, he
walking around with a shopping cart, just
it's
tossing
very
shit in.
no. This is very interesting. I'm probably going to start reading more about this guy.
It's a fascinating
he does.
story.
That's wild.
He has a job and like lives in rural Maine now. Like he's around. Like part of his probation was like, he got a job.
Yeah,
occasionally
to get a job.
checks out the local homes.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things
He's a
he says in
realtor
here is
now.
like, yeah, right. Oh my god.
He's just an inspector.
Yeah,
He's
right.
a house inspector.
Oh,
He's like,
inspector.
I gotta know the blueprint real well.
Yeah,
here.
you got it.
He's a security guard. Like one of the things in here says like he has self-described like he felt ethical misgivings about the burglaries. Like he
Sure.
knew it was wrong. So yeah, this dude's incredibly fascinating.
I love his name. Christopher Knight sounds sweet.
Dang, man.
There is a book about him, The Stranger in the Woods,
Yeah,
published
he
in
works for armored
2017.
vehicles now.
Well, do you want to do you have anything real quick?
No, how do you follow that? Go ahead.
All right.
That story was awesome.
We're gonna play another game.
Do it.
All right. It's fake because it's kind of like this is called The Shadow in the Woods.
All right.
Actually, it's The Shadow in the Cabin. I lied. All right. A couple decided to rent a remote cabin in the mountains of Colorado for a weekend getaway. I think we've all kind of done that.
Sounds romantic.
Right?
Yep.
It was meant to be a peaceful retreat away from the noise of the city. As night fell, they began to hear strange noises coming from outside. The creaking of the cabin, footsteps in the snow, and the faint sound of someone or something scratching at the door. Thinking it was just animals, they tried to brush it off. But then the real terror began. The couple was woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of heavy breathing and the unmistakable feeling that they were being watched.
You.
They sat up in bed, trying to peer into the darkness. But the room was pitch black. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the doorway. A tall, dark shadow that seemed to move against the grain of light. As the shadow stepped closer, the couple realized that it wasn't just a figure. They could see glowing red eyes in the dark.
I was with you for a little bit.
The air grew cold. And a sinister presence filled the room. They bolted out of bed. But when they opened the door, the figure was gone. The next morning, they packed up and hurried and left out. They're gone. The only clue left behind was a series of claw-like scratch marks on the cabin's door frame. Marks that the owner said were not there before. True story? Or just a false bogus story?
So here's the thing. True or false basically means, did this couple get scared in the middle of the night and run away? Because then it'd be true. But
Or did
it still
something
could be
really have
completely
red
bogus.
eyes?
Or was there actually a shadowy figure with red eyes?
They said that
some,
there were one clue, a series of claw-like scratches on the cabin's door frame.
Yeah, the cabin owner trying to get some publicity by going up at night and going,
Smart.
ooh, spooky. I'm going to say
Smart.
fake. I'm going to say true that See that? I don't know. It didn't happen. Like the actual thing described didn't happen. Didn't happen.
This guy.
But is it true that a couple would have said this?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I mean, you could say anything you want. So
So-
the thing itself did not happen.
False.
I'm gonna say fake.
So you're saying it's a fake story, or you're saying it's a true story?
I'm saying it.
the game is
event
the game is it
fake.
completely made up, or is it a story based on true events?
Based
False,
on
fake, yeah, based on true events. But the true event could just be two people said a thing. But anyway,
Two-
it's fake.
two
I'm saying
people
it's
were
fake.
in a
I'm saying it's
cabin
fake.
You're
and
saying
they
fake.
saw
I'm saying it's
something.
Austin
Fake.
said fake.
Fake.
You're saying fake. It is indeed a true story. The incident was reported by a couple who was found later in the cabin.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
had a
The
dark
event is just two people saying something.
They had found out the cabin had dark history. Several other guests had also experienced similar encounters, and locals claimed the area is haunted by spirits.
A cabin
So-
owner who's good at
marketing.
getting some
If
publicity.
we do
Yeah.
want to think about this in a more realistic way, I guess we can kind of go into the realm, and which is why I wanted to pick that one, was because maybe it was somebody in there. Maybe it was someone trying to steal some food or something.
Right.
Or there was also that
Just
movie,
some
The
creeper.
Strangers.
I
You
never
guys seen
saw
that
that.
movie?
Yeah.
That's scary as shit. That was a movie based on true events where this couple goes into the middle of the woods that I think their family owned.
Isn't that the burlap sack?
Yes.
hat? You saw that. I saw that
you
with
know what?
you.
I did.
Three people,
we did see
three
that. didn't
people
we?
I've never seen it.
came into
Did you
the
guys see
house
that?
and tried to kill the couple
in theaters.
only because they were home.
Weren't we laughing?
Jeez.
Weren't
There was
we
no
making
motive.
fun of it the whole time.
Dude, that movie was scary as shit. How were you making fun of it?
Because we were scared.
we were
trying
scared.
to make
Oh,
it not
was
scary.
frightening.
That
So
was our
so
defense
scared.
I
mechanism.
think that is a scary scenario. Though.
In that movie, The Strangers, they actually have the real 911 call, I believe.
Ew.
Yeah.
I think there was a
freaky,
a
dude.
moment where like
Liv Tyler, I think, is in it.
It just looks out the window or
And
pans
you
to the
see
window,
the
and there's
guys,
just
yeah.
a guy with a burlap
Yeah.
sack just standing there.
Yeah.
And like, you and I just thought that was goofy.
Yeah.
It's like,
It was like really weird.
Scary. But that's what what I immediately think is like shit like that.
So, if we bring it a little bit back to backpacking, there are like a lot of people like on a lot of like through hiking and things like that, where like every few years there's always like people will report encounters with like random strangers,
Yeah.
who are just kind of like
watching,
Yep.
just there,
just looking. Yeah.
and that's
creepy.
there's
as fuck.
also been serial
I don't
killers.
like
Creeps
that
me
shit
out.
at all.
There's
so
also
much.
been serial killers on the trail.
well. I think like
The
on
Appalachian Trail is
there
kind of
was
famous
one.
for a few.
Yeah.
one or two, but not like tons of victims. Like
I think no, but he had killed people, then got locked up, then got out, and then killed
like,
more
one
people.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not. Listen, it's
Yeah.
not common. But like just the like just having a dude just there, like
So it's the whole
Bro.
thing. Like, we all have kids, and I guarantee every single one of us has had at least one kid who's done this on one occasion, where you're just sleeping, and then you open your eyes. No, just wake up for no reason, and your child is just like nose to nose,
Yeah, in
just
your
like
face.
Staring at you.
breathing
I,
in your
I
face.
haven't had that
and
before.
you freak out. I've jumped out of my freaking shorts from my
what-
kid doing that.
what
to me.
scare the
what
kid
my
doing that
kids
too.
scare
I know
me.
they get scared. Everyone's like,
What my
screaming.
kids scare me. Like, they've never came into the room and like been right on top of me before. But what scares me sometimes is like Zach will wake up, we'll go into his room, and like, it's okay, buddy, what's wrong? He's like, there's someone under my bed. And
yeah.
it's the most
Hell no.
dude, it is the most like, I'm not f***ing with you right now, Dad. There's someone
Right.
under my bed. And then you as a parent, you immediately go,
hold on, let me go get my boots that have a knife strap.
and then
to the
you just
toe
go,
on it.
you just go, there's nothing under your bed. You were having a bad dream, go back to sleep. But then secretly, you get the out of the room
You're like,
really
"Ah."
fast. You're like, I gotta get out of here. And then you hop into bed and make sure that nothing is under your bed that can grab your
Right,
feet
yeah,
as
you
you're
gotta-
getting into bed.
Don't keep your feet down there
You gotta be
too long.
careful.
You gotta like
So,
jump in bed.
I think it's one of those things where it's like what you don't know, like what
Yeah,
your
you
mind
fear
just
the
makes
unknown.
things up,
Yeah,
right?
fear
Yeah.
of
Fear
the
the unknown.
unknown.
And I think that's where
Which that couple saw a dark doorway
Yeah.
in a dark room.
It's
and
about as
they-
real.
They
in
heard
a
it- they
cabin
heard a-
they were unfamiliar
That's
with.
about
Yeah.
as real as the moon
right.
landing.
And they heard a
Oh, stop now.
That's a joke.
They heard a raccoon. They heard a raccoon the night before. They were already spooked a little bit. They saw a dark room and like, oh, red eyes. And then they,
Yeah.
and maybe the owner played into it a little bit by putting scratches on the door. Not accusing anybody of anything, but Hey,
but absolutely
Possible.
accusing.
smart dude.
Man,
It's
I need
yeah.
to get into the haunted grift game.
Right? Yeah. You just got to make up a story about something, or
It's funny though, like
find some local history. That's
all
spooky.
these scenarios that we're talking about, and I think the Adirondacks, where we were just recently, is a good place to consider these kinds of things, because I think about where we were. Right, we were miles away from cars.
Yeah.
Think about when we were in Wyoming. We
Yeah.
were at Cirque of the Towers, man, the Wind River Range. We were so far away from
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
We're setting up tents outside in those remote areas. Like, I don't know. If I think about it long enough, it's a little scary.
See, but that's the thing. The more remote it is, the safer I feel for stuff like that.
You know what's interesting?
Because it's like, how much effort would someone have to go through
to really make
to
this
really
happen.
get out there and like go after us specifically? Because the whole random stranger staring at you thing, I think, is way more likely when you have trails that are
close to like
close to a
civilization.
place.
I
Because
agree.
like
all that- all
you
it
know,
takes is
on
one
the
weird
Appalachian
dude.
Trail, there's always going to be people there.
Yeah, all those houses
Right.
with those barn stars on them, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So interesting. You just said like the more remote. I'm reading a book right now, and they were talking about a few things of I think it would have been our parents' generation was the most wild the U.S. would ever have been because of all the development and stuff like that. I think at this point right now, unless you're talking about Canada and Alaska,
Yeah.
I think the furthest remote place that you can be that's within 20 miles of a road, Snake Lake or Snake. Shit. Now we'll
Never going
have
there.
to put it down right here or something like that. I can't
Snake
remember.
River Falls?
But maybe, or Snake River or something. I think
that a
it's
ride
called.
at,
But there's the head of
that.
But everywhere
Raging
else,
Wolf Bob's.
That's what I thought of immediately.
everywhere else, there's at least a road within 20 miles of you being
That's
out somewhere
interesting.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 miles is a long ass way.
It's
though.
a long
is.
way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Still-
that's really. But think of it, 20 miles.
That's you can get that. You cover 20 miles in a relatively reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
If you had to.
Unless you're in
Isn't
the
that crazy?
Adirondacks and,
Then it's-
be
yeah,
about
then
40
it's-
hours.
Isn't that crazy though?
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, those types of things,
So you're
that's
always-
where I start
yeah.
to get a little freaked out, right?
You're always 20 miles within some creeper who wants to, mess you up.
Yeah.
Or just look at you.
Ice you up.
Just look at you.
Ice
look-
you
Yeah, I
up.
don't like that.
What does that
I
mean?
said mess you up.
Oh, I thought you said ice you up.
I'm gonna
You're
start
like,
using
ice
that.
you. Hey, dude,
Ice.
that's kind of cool. Ice you up. I
What's
like
the
it.
what's the
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got ices
Yeah.
shaved into his head.
I told you, my name ain't Ernie no more. It's ice. Ice.
Hocus Pocus.
This is ice.
every year.
yeah, dude.
have to watch
every
that
year.
movie.
I've
We've
never
watched
seen
it.
it.
Oh,
You know,
You
I'm
would,
gonna-
you would hate it.
I think
Probably.
I
You would
think
hate
I
it.
have seen parts of it,
Probably
but
more
I don't know if
nostalgic.
I've seen it
Classic.
beginning to end.
it's classic. It's a good movie.
I
Man,
like
Halloween,
it. Nightmare Before Christmas.
like campy,
See, I don't like Nightmare Before
campy,
Christmas that much.
goofy
Yeah.
Halloween movies are the best. I'm not going to watch
See,
like,
that's not
actually
campy,
scary
I don't
ones.
think.
Oh well, I mean, I guess by looking back at it now, I think it is. It's campy. Bette
What?
Midler
Maybe a
does
little
as
bit when
witch
they go
running
into-
around on a vacuum.
That's
like,
what I
Maybe-
think.
maybe
That's
a little bit of
100%
that.
campy.
Maybe
That's
a little
campy.
bit of that, but
Yeah, that's campy.
more modern
For
day
sure.
kind of thing. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Campy.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before
It's
Christmas is
fantastic.
great.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a little bit, but I think in the spirit of Halloween and being scared, has anyone been scared on the trail lately?
No.
Any like,
Adirondacks,
weird
not even.
tension?
No.
Just when I took my family camping last year, and we heard that like animal dying.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
woods. That was like
Oh, yeah.
what the? It was so crazy. Yeah, no. Besides that, I don't think I've been like freaked out in the woods. Again, we come with such a big group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not really like. It would be different if I was like with one other person, or obviously by myself.
Yeah,
Like,
if I
that would
went
be
solo,
freaky
it would be a
in
little
the dark.
different in the dark, but
Yeah. Oof.
When I was
I have a nightlight.
when I was doing a little research,
night spotlight.
last episode we were talking about wildlife, and I don't know if you knew this, but sometimes like mountain lions or like a wild cat, something like that, when they like yell or do whatever, they can sound like a crying woman,
Yeah, someone yelling for help.
someone yelling for
Yeah.
help, and it can be like so
How
freaky.
nuts is that, dude?
Well, I don't even know what's scarier.
New fear
a woman
unlocked.
screaming or a mountain lion.
Well, I mean, imagine, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're out in your tent and you hear that.
Come on, guys.
Dude, that would freak me out.
Why are we doing this? Now I got to think about it. It's bad enough. It just happened sort of naturally, and I didn't have to worry about it in the whole leading. And now next time I'm in a tent, I'm going to be thinking about some lady crying. Or maybe it's a death lion. I don't know.
Yeah.
A death lion.
A death lion.
Yeah, because it's basically what they are. That's terrifying.
That is.
I don't like that
Close
at all.
relative of the food lion.
Also, so this, I only went on one trip this year. So this trip, I didn't have to wake up and go pee in the middle of the night, which that's usually the moment.
I didn't once.
Oh man,
That's
when you
usually the
step
moment.
out, that's usually why I don't get out of the tent because I'm like, I'm not getting out of this thing.
I think I've only woke up to pee one time.
I always
on the
because like
trail.
that's when that's gonna happen.
man,
I'm
it's
gonna
every
get
night
out
for me.
I'm gonna get out of the tent. I'm gonna walk
You
a
see
little
the
bit
red
away.
eyes.
I'm gonna be doing my business, and then I'm gonna hear that whatever that sound is that the lion makes, and like at my most vulnerable. That's
what
when
would
it's
you
gonna
do?
happen.
I would freak out.
I'd lose my mind.
I would freak the
I'd wake
hell
all of
out.
you up immediately.
Yeah, I think my first move would be to
Get the
just
f-
start
up.
screaming
I'd get behind
at you guys.
I'd get behind Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And just just hide.
You didn't bring that.
Holy smokes, man!
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Actually,
scenarios.
I think in all honesty, just know I feel like I would just if I heard that and I was outside and you guys were all sleeping, I would probably just freeze and just not move until I heard it again or until something like I don't think I would immediately just go to reaction mode because I wouldn't understand.
I would,
wanna hear it one
I
more
would
time?
slip
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
I'd
the
have to-
tent immediately.
I don't even know if
I
I would probably just be paralyzed there for
Do
a
you
second.
guys do you guys have your knives with you when you sleep, like ready access?
No.
I don't either.
Mine's,
But, like,
mine's
what's it gonna
usually
do?
inside,
At that point, I'm
inside
like,
the
what are
tent.
you gonna
it's
do?
something, dude.
Something for what?
Anything, man.
I don't know, man. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, I'd rather have my knife ready.
I used to have that big guy, the 6-inch,
Oh, your
Yeah,
fixed blade.
Rambo.
Yeah, fixed blade would definitely do that. But like
dude.
even just anything.
The carver over here.
Yeah.
I stopped
Anything
bringing it
would
up.
Rambo.
You're right.
Yeah,
Isn't that right, Rambo?
Isn't that right, Rambo? Oh, what another good movie.
Ah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know, man. I feel like at that point,
I
it's
usually
just-
have mine because
it's
I
gonna
usually
happen,
like
it's
take
gonna
my
happen.
hat off and I'll put like my headlamp there just so everything's kind of in the same spot.
You don't use the.
I usually have the headlamp up top.
Oh, okay.
But like my key, I guess that's more like
My
car
watch,
camping.
my phone, my
Yeah, like hat.
headlamp.
I always put that crap in my hat.
And my glasses. I
That
have
way
like a
I
little
know where
pouch.
it's
Yeah,
at. You know?
pouches
Yeah.
that you
I use a
put-
magnet.
But I usually
knife.
have my knife.
I use a magnet to put my holster up on top of the tent, so I just can immediately grab my
God.
Magnets,
my
dude.
9mm.
Magnets. That
all
goes
about
back
the
to
magnets.
another.
About that
That goes back
conversation.
to another episode.
Magnets.
Oh my
Magnets.
gosh.
Gears you wish existed.
Yeah,
he wishes,
gears
you
wish existed,
He
yeah.
wishes magnets existed.
He's just going to turn
It's hard
magnets
to
into
say.
different things.
Yeah, that
That's that.
hearing
but yeah,
that middle of the night while going to the
it would be
bathroom.
spooky. But
Not
that yeah,
ideal.
I've never had a moment at Adirondacks where I was, and probably because I didn't have to go out when it was.
I slept
and
so
spooky.
well there
yeah.
that it was just not a big deal.
I think
but-
I slept fairly well for the most
Also,
part.
I shared a tent with you, so that probably had something to do with
I will say, if I were in a tent by myself, I would be a little more.
Dude,
spooked.
I never think about it
Sometimes.
once.
it. Sometimes.
And
It's
I
only
was
if you hear
separated.
something.
I was separated from you guys the
Definitely
last
the second night.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what I had to do 4 years ago when
Yeah,
we did
just,
that.
I don't know. I just don't feel. I still feel like you guys
It's
are
only
close enough.
it's only if you hear something or think you hear something. Then you're just gonna. And
I
then
did-
5 minutes go by and you're like, eh. And
I
you
did hear
fall
another
asleep.
tree fall. Our last night in
You
80K.
have a knack for that. I don't know how many trees have almost killed me,
I've
but I
never
haven't
heard
heard a
It's
single
funny
one of
you
them.
say that though, but you remember when we were at Ohio Pile, that tree that was leaning?
Yeah.
That's a little scary to me.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, scary in a different way.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk. Sure, it's spooky. So
That's
it's
real
it's
world scary, dude.
Dumb. So we were at this. We were at Ohio Pile in Pennsylvania, and our campsite was a little cul-de-sac. We had 5 sites.
We technically got 5
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah. So we owned this little area, which was pretty sweet. We had all of our families there, and sort of adjacent to us, across this little creek, was another campsite, and they had set up. And we were hiking the creek and everything, and we noticed there was this massive tree
It's huge.
that completely uprooted. So a storm must have come through and just blew it over.
Yeah.
And it blew over, and the trees next to it were supporting it. It wasn't able to topple completely over. It was leaning 45-degree angle held up by other trees that were breaking under
Or
its
smaller.
weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Directly over the campsite adjacent to us, where people
Yeah.
were just sitting there
enjoying
playing
their food,
guitar.
playing guitar, singing, and we're just looking at
I
it from the
said
side
maybe.
like, what?
Yeah,
It's gonna fall.
No, dude.
One day.
No way am I
is
putting
happening.
anything underneath that.
Yeah,
I
no
wouldn't
way.
have. No.
I wouldn't have felt comfortable.
No.
No.
They had their cars parked under it and everything. Like
Nothing.
that squish.
They were trying to get the
Didn't fall.
insurance money.
Yeah.
No,
Trying to make that claim.
trying to sue.
No, dude.
But I don't know. Yeah, that man. I'm assuming whoever's running the park hadn't noticed it yet. Maybe it happened recently. I don't know. But I would say that campsite is off limits until that thing is taken care of.
That's what I would.
It was huge.
Yeah,
It was a big.
massive.
It was a big.
Huge.
It was huge. Yeah,
But
not,
that is
not
that,
cool.
That's a scary thing though. When you're out and check to make sure you don't have dead trees around you first off before you set up camp and everything. But
Leaning.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
that was my second time hearing a tree fall in the middle of the night, and it's a scary sound for sure because you're like, I don't know
think
how
I've
close
only
it
ever
is
had
to
it
me.
one time.
I wonder
mean,
if
even
it was
where I was-
actually
it
a
was
full
loyal
tree
stock.
because I've heard some branches snap and fall.
Dude,
that
it was
sound
no,
like,
bro. It was a long like crack and fall too.
Oh man,
A log.
And where I was set up, there was a tree that had fell, like right where, like on maybe like 4 feet from my tent. So like there was one that was. I mean, it wasn't so nearby our space where we were
Yeah.
that where I heard this one fall. But
Do you think
it happens, man?
Do you think if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a sound?
you're such a
Yeah, I think the Pope hears it. Isn't that how this joke goes?
what? No, I've
no.
not heard that.
That's
If-
like
I'm
does
pretty
the Pope-
sure.
Is the Pope Catholic? Like that's an answer to like if somebody says like, "Do you want this?" And
I
it's
thought
an
it was-
obvious.
yeah,
yes.
Does a bear
something-
shit in the woods? Yeah.
It's a bear. Does a bear shit in the woods, or is the Pope, Catholic? But in the Big Lebowski, says does the Pope shit in the woods?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That's probably
just
what
like
you're thinking
mixing
of.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a tree falls in the wood and no one's is there to hear it, does the Pope hear it? That's the question.
It's like in Boondock. It's like he keeps mixing up the phrases.
yeah.
People in glass houses sink ships.
Yeah.
Do you have any more stories? True or falses?
I do.
Let's do
Let
one
her
more.
do one more,
We'll
yeah.
do one more, and then we'll close it out.
Wait, have I been wrong both times? Yes, I have.
Yes,
All right.
you
So
all
it's
have
definitely
been.
fake this time. Okay.
Yeah, the answer's C. Wait, it can't be C 2 times, 3 times in a row.
Maybe it can. Hold on. Now do I need to change my story up a little bit? Let's see here.
this is strategy right here.
It's a psychological game now.
See, I didn't read these other ones here, so I wonder
Read it in your best voice.
in my best voice. Man,
The first one, you really sold it.
yeah.
I really tried on that one. Yeah.
I should have had you read the Dyatlov Pass one. In
All right.
Brian
Are you ready?
Williams. Yeah.
This is the curse of the Phantom Trail.
So dumb.
The Phantom Trail is an obscure trail in the Rocky Mountains. A trail that many say shouldn't be hiked alone or even at all. According to legend, the trail was once a passage used by indigenous tribes, but was still abandoned after a series of unexplained deaths and disappearance in the late 1800s. The story goes that anyone who ventures too far into the Phantom Trail will eventually hear the sound of footsteps following them. Though no one is ever visible, hikers who ignore the footsteps often claim that they feel like something is pushing past them or brushing past them. Or they hear gear that seems heavier and heavier as each step. One backpacker, Ryan, decided to take on the Phantom Trail to prove that the legend was wrong. He hiked for hours, the trail growing darker and more foreboding with every step. Just as the night began to fall, he heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps behind him. Turning, he saw nothing, just the dense forest around him. The footsteps continued, only getting closer. Eventually, Ryan couldn't take it anymore. He started running, hoping to make it back to the trailhead. As he ran, the footsteps grew louder until it sounded like someone was right behind him, breathing heavily. Ryan collapsed at the edge of the forest, panting. Yes. But When he looked around, there was no one there. He made it to the trailhead, but when he turned around to look back, he saw a shadowing figure standing at the beginning of the trail, watching him. The figure stood motionless for a long moment, then vanished into the trees. Ryan never spoke of the trail again, and no one has ever seen him since.
Then how do we know the story?
Yeah, how would we know the story if you never spoke about it? That's
Fake.
He wrote it down in a journal.
poorly written.
He carved it into a tree and then disappeared forever.
What is it?
What do you think?
Wait, what's the trail called?
The Phantom Trail.
It's too obvious. No, false. The Phantom
You think
Trail.
fake?
If it was like West River Trail, you know.
Bri, you say- you-
Ryan, who experienced this and was never heard from again, gave us this news report yesterday.
He
say
never
fake?
spoke
This
of it
just
again.
in from the Phantom Trail, Ryan.
That's fake.
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 It is fake.
Yeah,
fine,
there we
jeez.
go.
That was fun
why?
though, Brad.
I see. I didn't read that one, so like I probably would have not read the Ryan has never spoke of the trail and no one has seen him since. I would.
That's
have read that
so
one.
funny.
Yeah.
That's AI written all over it.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
was.
dude. That's so funny. No one's seen him.
You can tell because like as I was reading some of them, like, oh, this is a weird word to say here.
Not
The
quite.
English
Ryan.
doesn't work real well.
Ryan.
All right. Well, boys, I'm spooked out and ready for Halloween.
Yeah. If you want to, comment below. What are you going to be?
I'm going to go as Ryan.
I'm
gonna go as Ryan and not talk about.
You are kind of like Ryan.
I'm
You
gonna
never
go as-
communicate with us.
I'll just go out and never talk about it ever again.
There you go.
Bang.
What are you going to be for Halloween? But also, have you had scary encounters on the trail?
Yeah, I
Anything
would
that's
love to
freaked
hear
you
those
out?
stories.
Please do. Yeah. And if they're long and you can't comment in the comment section, just email it.
Yeah, you can write us a novel. It's fine.
Emails trailtheorypod@gmail.com. I think I'm going to go as Brian from The Hatchet.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, the
Boom.
hatchet.
And all I got to do is carry a hatchet around, right?
Yeah, that's easy.
And my
That's-
name
yeah,
is
that's
Brian.
not-
Yeah.
yeah, that's super safe.
Easy.
You're done. You're
Done.
ready.
Done. Stamp. That's it. All right. Thank you so much for listening to our special Halloween. It's an annual thing. We've done this. This is our third one, right?
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go back and listen to the old ones too.
It's awesome. Yeah, go ahead. Do that. Thank you. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. It helps us out. We'll see you next time. The Trail Theory Podcast is sponsored by Audimute and Audio Technica. Music by Dan Koch.